Hello.
Hello.
It's been a while.
Yes.
Just we haven't done this for some time because you've been away. So
Yes, I've been
welcome back.
I've been quarantined for some time. Thank you.
And just a little bit of update on one of the trailers we watched before. Do you remember we watched the trailer for The Last Duel?
Yes.
Ridley Scott movie with Matt Damon. It's a period piece. I went to watch it yesterday. I didn't ask you because at the time you said you weren't interested.
Oh yeah.
And I can see why you wouldn't be interested based on the trailer, because the trailer and the marketing for the movie overall, I feel like really did not do it justice, because the movie was actually really, really good.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but there wasn't a lot of action in it, but it was just a great Roshaman type of drama, almost like a court drama, but not really in the court. So we might want to watch that at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have a few more trailers to watch today. Let me ask you something. All this time you've been away, have you watched any trailers on your own?
No.
Did you follow any of the
No.
movie news or?
No.
Okay, great. That's great for the channel because I have. And
You have.
So I have watched some of the trailers that we're gonna have to watch today. But so we're gonna have to. This is mainly your reaction.
Yeah.
And shall we go with the first one?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Can you hear clearly?
You seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened?
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams.
Oh.
Am I crazy? We don't use that word in here.
Robert Duck.
Hi.
Have we met?
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small. And the ones that
Love the
mother
song.
gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall.
Time to fly.
And if you go chasing rabbits,
If you want the truth, Neo, you're going to have to follow me.
and you know you're going to fall.
The only thing that matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up. You don't know me. No?
When logic and proportion have fallen, sloppy dead, and the white knight is talking backwards, and the red queen's on ahead. What the dog
Wow, that is cool.
Oh yeah. Wow.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Back to the mattress. So this is mattress 4.
Yeah.
Mattress 4. Resurrections.
Yeah.
This Christmas. Yeah.
You'd be forgiven to think this is just called Back to the Matrix.
Mattress, yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the Matrix, yeah.
So were you aware that a new Matrix movie was coming?
Some days ago, I saw some news
Yeah.
saying the new Matrix movie. But when I was very, very young, the Matrix was on the movie that time.
Yeah,
Matrix
it was
one.
all the rage
Yeah,
back
yeah,
then. It was,
yeah.
the year I believe 2003.
Yeah.
There were 2 Matrix movies, live action movies, 1 animated movie, and a video game.
Oh, okay.
And that burned everyone out. Just like in the Matrix instantly changed from something that everyone was so hyped about in 1 year's time. Nobody wanted anything to do with it because it has been what is going on the whole year, and that's a lesson learned that hype can do damage to.
So this is Keanu Reeves again.
Keanu Reeves, yeah.
Keanu Reeves again. Is the 4th the same series movie Matrix?
Yes, it is a follow up to the original trilogy.
Yeah.
How much do you remember? Have you seen?
I have
movies?
an impression of the Keanu Reeves for this one person killing all these guys with for a dog that we watched a few movies for that.
You mean
He was a dog. You remember? The dog was shot by somebody.
that's John Wick?
John Wick. Yeah,
That's
John
John Wick.
Wick is also good.
Yeah, John Wick's the great Keanu Reeves series from this decade. But do you remember the Matrix movies?
No, I cannot. Too long ago.
Do you know if you've seen them?
I might have seen them, but I cannot remember. I have also might seen this Titanic, but I cannot remember the details.
Yeah, I was gonna go back and point to some of the details.
There's something maybe we saw earlier.
But if you don't remember all of the movies, I have another idea. How about we watch them and react to the original Matrix movies?
Yeah, maybe
in a future video.
Yeah, maybe.
We've been talking so long about reacting to
The
full movies and the TV shows.
Yes.
I think Matrix is a really
good
place to start leading up to the release of Matrix Resurrections, which I believe is going to be coming, I don't know, sometime next year. Or maybe early next year. I don't know. What the trailer came out like in September.
No, this movie will come this Christmas. Yeah.
Oh,
this Christmas. Yeah, this Christmas.
It's coming this year. Well, we
this
have no
Christmas.
time to lose then.
This Christmas. In 2 months, it's coming.
Yeah, but there are only 3 movies to cover, so it's doable. We just be consistent.
We'll watch the Shang-Chi and we'll watch Eternity next week.
Eternals, yes.
Eternals
next
sorry.
week.
Eternals.
We already watched Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi is good. Very good.
Oh, by the way, about Eternals, I have some update. And I don't know how you're going to take this, but effectively this means nothing. But Eternals has officially become the lowest critically rated MCU movie to date.
Why? Somebody has watched it already.
Yeah, they have advanced screenings for critics, for media, and selected audience. It's not open to wide audience yet.
Okay.
And so far, this means nothing, but our Rotten Tomatoes, which is the website that aggregates all the critic ratings, it stands at a 62%, and it's lower than any other MCU movie so far. This doesn't necessarily mean anything. First of all, something that it does mean is if 62%, which is still above 60, which is still fresh, which means overall good impression. If 62% is the lowest rated movie in a series that has spanned over 25 movies, I'm not even counting. That's an impressive for the quality of the overall series. It means they've been doing really good so far. But also, the way I've heard people talk about Eternals is that it is different. It feels different, and it's very ambitious. So movies like that tend to be divisive. They tend to it's like, I don't know if you remember Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. It's the kind of movie that tries to do so much.
I also forget that. We watched that earlier. I remember several years ago.
Yeah,
Last Jedi. I remember.
But it's movies like that that tries to go big. And they tries to tell
Everything.
a lot of stories in one movie that it's gonna hit a lot and miss a lot, and so people are likely to just really love it or really hate it. Yeah. So and I'm actually really excited for movies like that because they are very controversial. They're juicy.
Did you see that one we saw earlier? The trailer Dune. D-U-N-E.
Yes, I have.
You have seen it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I think it's a good movie.
Did you see it?
No, of course I didn't. I tried to.
Maybe something else to
Yeah.
All right, next one. Okay. Ready?
Oh, good. I saw the subject. It's good.
Yeah.
Let's start.
So I really can't wait for it.
Oh, that's next year. Yeah.
That is the
A question mark.
that question mark is the call sign of the Riddler.
Oh.
Is a tool. But when that light hits the sky, it's not just a call.
Huh? It's a Joker again.
Warning.
I don't think so. I don't know actually.
I've been trying to reach you.
So angry.
This is about a king. And Riddler's the match.
I can take care of myself.
If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing left.
I don't care what happens to me.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Whoa, take it easy, sweetheart. They say, ain't you?
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
What would you like to know? This
Oh.
was so fucking.
I'm vengeance. What's black and blue?
Catwoman's like, you gotta chill the fuck out.
I got you! I got you!
No, you
Whoa.
don't. No, you don't.
Whoa. Oh, yeah.
The Batman.
March the Force.
You know, it's serious this time because we added a "the" in the title.
You go back to one actor, I think, one boss, like, I think it's one of the bad guy, the Black Panther. You go
Which
back
one?
to the white man.
Oh, I know who you're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
It's Andy Serkis. Let's see where he is.
I think that's the guy. He always be the bad guy.
He's
But this one,
he's the good guy here.
he's the good guy here.
Yeah.
Good guy.
This is Andy Serkis.
Ah.
He played Ulysses Kroll.
Oh, yeah.
in Black Panther, and
The one with bad guy.
yeah, he's here. He plays Alfred.
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 You
yes,
sure?
Batman's butler, and he's
Who is the actor for this Batman?
Robert Pattinson.
Who
But
is it?
I'm gonna show him a little bit later. Andy Serkis is actually the director of Venom 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He's also director.
and he's earlier than this. He is known as the best motion capture actor.
Oh, okay.
He mocapped and voiced Gollum from Lord of the Rings, King Kong from King Kong, Caesar from Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
This is one badass guy we're talking about.
Okay.
As for Batman / Bruce Wayne, he's played by Robert Pattinson. You
No,
may
you
don't recognize the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
here he is. Do you recognize the face though?
And Riddler's the
no, I cannot. He does not look like a hero face. Yeah.
You might remember him from Twilight. He's the main guy in Twilight, the vampire. You never seen Twilight or even seen the.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe.
I forgive you for not seeing the movie because they're not very good movies, but yeah. And more recently we saw him in
he was
Tenet.
bronze hair, right? Or what?
Uh,
Golden
his
hair.
in that movie. I don't remember what is Edward's hair. I never really paid too much attention to them in Twilight.
I cannot.
I can't stay focused on the movie, but more recently we saw him in Tenet. Christopher Nolan's Tenet.
Tenet, we saw together, but I can't remember his.
Well, he's the guy that helped the main character. Pretty much all along.
I can't remember.
Well, anyway, he's Batman now, and the way this trailer portrays him is like he's younger. He's
Yeah.
Angry
I think
at
the
the
first
world.
first time be the Batman maybe.
So do you know the villain? I think this is the main villain of the movie, at least according to the trailer. It's the Riddler. Do you remember a previous Batman movie called Batman Forever, where Jim Carrey played a guy dressed in all green with the question marks all over the place? And okay, that's the previous rendition of Riddler. It's played by Jim Carrey, and you know Jim Carrey, he does Jim Carrey. So this time he's played by Paul Dano. I don't think you see his face here, but he's an incredible actor. So I think this Batman movie has a bit of a different vibe, and I'm not sure what the story is gonna be, because they feature so many different villains.
Yes.
Aside from the Riddler, which seems to be the mastermind behind the plot, we also have Catwoman here somewhere. But Catwoman is not like always a villain. She can be a hero too. She's more or less an anti-hero. We have these crazy good shots throughout this movie. And this is Catwoman.
Who is this actress?
It's at the tip of my tongue actually. I'm gonna have to look up her name, but she's like really big right now. We also have Penguin.
Penguin.
The Penguin is also has also been featured in one of the previous movies. And here he is, played by Colin Farrell, who looks nothing like Colin Farrell here. The vibe this gives me is
See you in hell, yeah. See you in
is
hell.
like this is he's screaming a lot. He's like yelling at the prisoners, punching at the glass, and this is like different from like say Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah.
Justice League. That was
No, I love that's Crystal Bell.
Christian Bale. Yeah,
Because that is the classic.
that is my favorite Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne, very good.
And I think
very
this
good.
one is gonna be more about the Batman than Bruce Wayne. I mean, in Christian Bale's Batman, because Christopher Nolan wants to build kind of a realistic world.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, those are really good movies. But he raised real questions for the consequences of being Batman, and consequently, he wasn't really able to be Batman for a very long time. He was Batman for a few years, and then he took like an 8-year break, and then he came back one more time, and then retired for good, because there are just so many things that a Batman should do that a real person in the real world setting just cannot continually do. And I think this movie is trying to be a balance between kind of gritty and realistic, but also comic booky.
Yeah.
And it does have a feeling, but I think more than any previous Batman movies, this one feels like a comic book come alive. And that's not to say I'm very familiar with the comic books. We have some really good images. This is from Penguin's perspective.
Okay, yeah.
And
He's in the car.
yeah, and this is like the image that captures why criminals fear Batman. Like, this is why he dresses himself as a bat, to be an embodiment of fear. And you see from this perspective, he is kind of like a bat because he's hanging upside down.
Yes.
We also have I love this image. I don't know what just happened, probably an explosion.
But have you ever think of that this part of the face is not protected by anything?
Yes,
So
all the time.
So they shoot at him with the machine gun. How come he's not
Well,
hurt?
I think it's just a common understanding that you
Yeah.
don't shoot the hero in the fucking mouth. Because
Sure.
it's especially a problem with this Batman suit. Like he's
So like coronavirus is there.
yeah.
No, he has no mask there.
Oh yeah. I mean that's a problem. It's like he's not protecting the one place that
At
everybody
least
else
wear
is
a mask
protecting.
there. Wear a mask.
Well, I think this is especially a problem for Batman because he's the Batman, and there's supposedly the virus came from a bat. You really should do better, Batman.
Yes.
I love the shot where this is one.
How come they missed the face?
They just
The lower part of the face.
And I think this is also part of the character development of this Batman. He's reckless, he's young, he's angry. So he does. I think a more mature Batman, even though he's wearing bulletproof armor, he would still try to be conspicuous. He would try to dodge the bullets.
It's a very bulletproof material.
Yeah.
Very good, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know how can move like a Superman. Move like a Superman.
Yeah, but I think the great thing about this shot is that you only see light coming from the barrels.
Yeah.
There's no other
No
light
stop
source.
it. No stop. You see, wow.
Yeah, he's really taking this seriously, and I also think this means like he doesn't really care what happens to him. Like, sure, some guy could just shoot a stray bullet into his mouth and kill him, despite all the protection. But I think in this Batman's mindset, he's okay with it, and that makes him vulnerable but also dangerous. So yeah, really excited to see this.
I think he's invulnerable. He's not vulnerable. Invulnerable, I would say.
I mean, you would be terrified when you see someone like that.
Yeah.
But just doesn't care that you have a machine gun or whatever. So let's move on to the next one, and this is the last one. This one is more like in tune with the Halloween spirit. Today is Halloween for us, by the way.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
So
today Halloween.
October 31st. That's
Happy
when
Halloween. Happy Halloween, right?
Yeah. By the way, I want to watch Halloween Kills.
Oh,
I don't think you know this movie, then never mind. But this one's like, let's cap it off with more in tune with the Halloween spirit. Never mind the previous one, they're just a little bit of promo. So, shall we start?
Yeah.
Every story has a beginning. Discover the origin of evil.
1998, dialing back the clock.
Why are you back here, Claire? Your conspiracies weren't true when we were kids. They're not true now.
We need to expose Umbrella.
To my umbrella.
Watch this.
I'm afraid, Claire. I'm afraid of what they're gonna do to this town. You see, Umbrella, they had an incident. I'm talking Chernobyl, if you know what I mean. People are getting sick. You gotta help us, Claire. Let the world know what's really going on.
Oh, that fucking lot.
We have to contain this.
Shall we go?
No, I don't know if this is the right song for the trailer, but I like it.
They're experimenting on him.
Split up.
It's a Resident Evil, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
This is a classic scene.
Holy shit.
We gotta get out of here.
Fear
We're
is
gonna take Umbrella down.
contagious. Wow. Resistant. Welcome to Raccoon City. Wow, that's fuck.
This just comes a lot closer.
I remember I saw a series of these Resident Evil movies. And then we played the games earlier.
Yeah, there were like 6
Yeah.
live action movies before played by Mila Jovovich. And, well, I don't know, as a Resident Evil fan of the games.
I was young. I saw these films were like disgusting. Really disgusting.
They were kind of like the mainstream disgusting, but yeah, they were. The way the way the Resident Evil film series has gone is because they were always this kind of a love child between the director Paul W.S. Anderson and Mila Jovovich, the main actress, and they are a couple. So this has been a family business.
Oh, okay.
And after they made 6 Resident Evil games, they made the latest another video game adapted movie. What was it? Monster Hunter. Yeah, that's still that is actually the same series. So this one actually has little to nothing to do with the previous series. And that's a good thing, because I didn't really like the previous series all that much. I mean, I liked the first movie. I thought the third one was okay, but I really disliked the rest of them. And this one is supposedly more faithful, and you probably don't remember the games as clearly. You didn't play the more recent games.
I played the one I was young. Called Claire. Claire's the...
Yeah, Claire. That would be Resident Evil 2.
There's another guy called...
that would be Leon.
Yeah, Leon. Yeah, Leon.
Claire and Leon, they are Resident Evil 2 characters. And this movie, I think, kind of combines Resident Evil 1 and 2. And so in the first game, the protagonists are called Chris and Jill. The second one is Leon and Claire. They are some of the most classic Resident Evil characters, and I think the movie has all 4 of them. It appears to have painstakingly recreated some scenes from the game, like this parking lot. This is under the Raccoon City Police Department, and you meet some zombie dogs here. RPD, this is the police department, which is where the second game takes place. Or the first half of the second game takes place here. This seems to be inside the mansion. The mansion is where the first Resident Evil game takes place.
Okay.
So they definitely... Classic,
yeah.
They definitely did some great work with the
video game
scenario reconstruction and all that stuff.
Yes.
What's a little more questionable is that since you have done all this to recreate the scene, the background, it doesn't seem like the main characters look so much like their video game counterpart. Okay, this is another good video game scene directly brought to big screen. In Resident Evil 2, the beginning, the truck driver was infected, and he just crashed his truck right into the middle of the city. This is why Jill and Claire and Leon, they had to go to the police department to begin with, and this is why they're separated. This is why you only play as one character. And also we may have some faithful puzzle solving here. I think she's wearing the classic Claire jacket, so all of this makes me really nostalgic. I'm not quite sure if the story is going to work the way it is. I mean, I think for a Resident Evil game fan, you're gonna see some disconnection here. Like, you're gonna see how well some of the elements are brought together, but others are still subject to the filmmaker's own discretion, and that is not problematic in and of itself. That is normal, but it's going to take some time to digest. And I think at this point, I don't know if they made it digestible. A lot of people have complained that Leon especially doesn't look like Leon in game, but Leon in video game is almost like cartoonishly perfect looking. So I'm not sure if that's even recreatable in live action. Also, some of the special effects, I don't know if this is just good or bad or just plain disgusting, but I don't know I just don't know if it's gonna work out that well. But I actually don't know what this is. I think this may be the G virus, because you have these eyes popping up in here, and if you're playing the game, you see the creature has eyes. You know exactly where to shoot it. Yeah. Basically, this here, and maybe the head. You can take it down with enough bullets. And this here is a licker. So named because he has a really long tongue. And do you remember that from Resident Evil 2? Because it wasn't in the first one.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
you want? Does it make you want to play Resident Evil?
No,
because we can play Resident Evil.
No, definitely not. Thank you.
Well, and then if it comes, if it gets a showing here in November, do you want to go see it?
Yeah, maybe, probably.
Maybe. So out of the 3 movies we checked out today, how high would you say your expectation is, or which one do you want to actually go see in the theater?
I think the first one, Matrix.
Then
follow the Batman.
Yeah.
I like the order you placed it today.
Okay.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, which is good.
Well, this is how you manage a good show. You play to the exact expectations. Well, that's all we have today, and you've been away for a while.
Yeah.
So we actually have accumulated quite a few trailers.
Yes.
So we'll have plenty of materials for the foreseeable future, and as we talked about, we can actually get started on the Matrix.
Good.
So that's what we'll be bringing you next time, and
See
until
you.
then, see you next time.
See you.